hope I don't pull with that. Oh, good, I didn't. The elemental's still on him. Yeah, kill the tiger. And we're good. I want to help him, kind of, but I mean, I can't. I can't. My pet's doing fine.
And he was looking for a job. So, of course, Frank ended up staying with Paul.
I like this guy's voice. It reminds me of Casey Kasem or something like that. He's really got like a radio announcer voice.
Family for quite a while.
I really like your voice, man. You've got that radio personality voice, like Casey Kasem. It's super good. I'm gonna leave a comment on it on his channel. Okay, we are full. Compress. Hey, I got 27 more million. God dang. I left a mobile tractor unit out yesterday. So stupid. I don't know why I did that. So dumb. Oh wells. Why wasn't I sitting? Alright, whatever. I must reward him. Good. This Fallout install is 27% done. It'll be another 2 hours or something, but that's alright.
After having successfully wined and dined her parents, they came to trust him, even though Parks herself didn't. While he was staying in her family home, even sleeping in her old bedroom, she was rightfully mortified and refused to see her parents as long as Frank lived there. Still, her parents continued cooking and cleaning for him and introducing him to people in Baton Rouge. But while Frank took them out to dinners, wining and dining them as a thank you, it was later revealed that he was doing this with checks he was stealing from them. In the book, Logan claims that Abagnale stole about $1,200 from the Parks family. That's equivalent to about $12,000 today. And he bounced even more checks from local businesses in Baton Rouge. This, of course, is a huge contradiction to Abagnale's version of the story. In Abagnale's autobiography, he claims that he never ripped off individuals, only corporations such as hotels, airlines, and banks. Well, now you know that wasn't the truth at all. It was at this point that a family friend, a local reverend, got suspicious and called Delta to see if Frank really worked there. And of course, they told the reverend the whole story, that Frank was just a con man and never was a pilot for Delta or any airline.
Of that other stuff.
So the reverend called the local sheriff and dropped the dime on Frank.
Oh,
so Frank was arrested by Baton Rouge police on February 14, 1969,
so he was arrested for the 15th time.
Bad checks and stealing checks from Paula's father's.
Oh yeah, it turns out he's a total scumbag.
Gifts with their own money. Convicted in June of 1969, Frank was sentenced to 12 years in prison. However, the reverend that turned him in had mercy on him and convinced the judge to sentence him to probation and psychological treatments and restitution instead of 12 years hard time at Louisiana's toughest prison at Angola. But of course, Abagnale didn't stick around to get his treatments and took off once again. So this is where he went to live in France and got busted again.
He ran to
ripping
France.
Off two friendly families and went to jail in Sweden as well for grand theft auto. After 2 months in a Swedish jail, he was deported back to the U.S. in June of 1970. Then it's in the late summer of 1970, when he is 22, not 16, as he says in his autobiography, that he finally gets the Pan Am uniform. It wasn't until the late summer of 1970 when he made the Pan Am paychecks. But unlike his claim of thousands of checks worth millions of dollars, it was really only about 10 checks worth about $1,200. But the genius that he is cashed these checks in his own name, as First Officer Frank Abagnale.
Oh, come on.
He cashed the first one in July in North Carolina.
Why would he use his own name?
First in Dallas.
He was supposed to be the super criminal. He was like this smooth pimp super criminal. At least that's how Leo portrayed him. And like fucking like, but this asshole was using his own name on the checks. He was using his own name on the checks. I want to tell this story to my mother. I can't believe this. Oh my god. I'm gonna tell my mother, like, so do you remember that movie, Catch Me If You Can? It was utter poppycock. Utter poppycock, that movie. Turns out, this guy, he had done like that guy, Frank Abagnale, he had done 9 years in prison, like, all over the country. He ran to France and got expedited back. There was all this stuff that he lied to Spielberg. But it turns out that he's just this douchebag.
Eventually, in Provo, Utah, he got sloppy cashing checks all over town. After the Provo checks bounced,
Spielberg, like, portrayed him as being this, like, smooth genius, like, you know, Barry Gordon the Flash type. But he was writing his own name on the checks and getting constantly busted. And Spielberg, like, took this story and just...
the FBI starts looking for him.
Wow.
10 checks finally made their way back to Pan Am. And this is the entire basis of the Catch Me If You Can Steven Spielberg movie. On November 2nd, 1970, Frank is arrested yet again and pleaded guilty to the Pan Am checks and was sentenced to 10 years. Claims
10
he
years.
escaped Atlanta Federal Penitentiary never happened because he was never at that prison. But he was in Georgia's Cobb County Jail, where he did escape in February of 71, only to get rearrested trying to cash another Pan Am check again. He was transferred back to the Fulton County Jail to serve a 4-year sentence and gets paroled in February of 1974. Oh, and as far as the FBI is concerned, the FBI refuses to acknowledge that Abagnale ever worked for them. Oh, and finally, his story that was featured prominently in the film.
Wow, and the FBI completely, like, and Spielberg, like, I guess just had no idea. He just took it, he swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. And even the FBI now has refuted the claim.
Through the airplane toilet after he was brought back to the U.S. Well, that was such a pile of crap, you could fill an airplane toilet with it. After the movie came out, aviation engineers said that it's totally impossible to escape through a commercial aircraft
Every bit of it was a lie, every last bit of it.
Frank finally had to stop telling that part of the story and admitted it was a creation of Steven Spielberg for the movie.
Wow.
And of course, it never happened.
Wow.
But now you can see the real Frank Abagnale, who claimed to be an innocent runaway and never preyed on the little people and only stole from large corporations, was a complete con. Yet his lies enabled him to build a multi-million-dollar data security company and make millions from giving speeches all around the world, where he continues to peddle the same now proven lies until this very day.
Wow.
The name of the book is The Greatest Hoax on Earth, Catching Truth While We Can, written by Alan C. Logan. It's a great read. You can find it on Amazon. So now, what do you think about Frank Abagnale?
What a jackass. Wow. At least the Bazaga didn't hit me. Thank you, Philip DeFranco, for the excellent content from my stream. This video has 104,000 views and is from an hour ago.
It's Tuesday, you're watching the Philip DeFranco Show, and here's what's happening. Starting with, we should talk about this big Neuralink news. Because as you might have seen, Elon Musk announced on X last night that his startup Neuralink implanted a chip into the brain of their first human subject. And while we don't know who this patient is, Musk said that the initial data is promising and that the patient is recovering well. Well, of course, the internet got its jokes in, saying the announcement sounds like a data log you find in an office in a scary dystopian video game, joking about future headlines like Neuralink man fighting the urge to murder anyone who calls X Twitter. But general memery aside, this is actually a huge moment for
Dude, I think I'm gonna make like 150 million off just this one fucking ice belt, which is kind of blowing my fucking mind, you know? Like, this was always so much better money than fucking Oh no, you killed my tiger, did you? Yeah, you did. Oh no, don't call him. Don't call him yet. I didn't do it, which is good. I'm gonna get my ass beat. Come on, man.
Your skill has increased.
Oh my god. There it is. Okay. Call the tiger. Get him on the elemental. Okay. Fallout76 is eating up like all my system's resources, but it's going down pretty fast, which is good. I've been meaning to do this for a long time. Reset my Fallout install. And that mode looks fun. That fucking mode they've got. I'm gonna play that mode today. It sounds good.
They received FDA approval to begin human trials back in May for their brain implant, which, according to their
Brain
website, is designed to
implant.
interpret neuron activity in the part of the brain that plans movement, or giving someone the ability to control a smartphone or a computer with their thoughts. And this specific clinical trial is only open to participants with quadriplegia due to ALS or a spinal cord injury. And Musk saying that the first product would be called telepathy, with initial users being those who have lost the use of their limbs, and would allow them to control their phone
Oh,
or the computer just by
cool.
thinking. With Musk adding,
Awesome.
imagine if Stephen Hawking could communicate faster than a speed typist or auctioneer. That is
Yeah.
the goal. Now, all that said, it's important to
That is
note that
the goal.
Neuralink is actually not the first company in the brain-computer interface world. Synchron was actually the first to receive FDA approval for human trials back in 2021. Ever since, they've been implanting their
How
chips
much
into
does
patients.
researching
Also,
this
BlackRock
tech
Neurotech
cost,
has been
though?
implanting patients for a while now, reportedly giving them the ability to eat, send emails, and operate a robotic arm with their thoughts. And as far as Musk and Neuralink, he's even suggested that it could give blind people sight. But all of this, as he and his company have faced many challenges. Right? Things that we've seen in the past, like a report by Wire detailing torturous conditions on test monkeys. Also, lawmakers have asked
Oh,
the
the
SEC to
test
look into whether
monkeys
Musk
died.
misled investors about the safety of the implant. Also, more generally, people have expressed concern about the ethical issues that neurotechnology could pose.
No,
People
you
like Alan
shouldn't
McKay,
ever
fellow at
introduce
the
metal
University
into
of
your
Sydney's law
body.
school, say, a
I
society
think you should never introduce metal into your body. I think that's a fantasy that these scientists think that that's going to happen. Now, what I think could happen is like basically like remember that show Star Trek: The Next Generation? Remember how Geordi had like a pair of glasses that would help him see? What I think we will have eventually is like these forehead rings that basically like whisper in our ear and show us like a screen in front of our eye, and on the screen you can read your email while you're like talking to somebody and shit like that. That I think is going to happen, but putting metal inside of a living thing's body, I think they're going to find that nature doesn't want that. I think they're going to find that it always causes some crazy neurological disease or whatever, and I don't think they know it yet. But I think if they try and keep a piece of metal inside of a living thing's body, I think they're going to find out very quickly that unless it's like a very minor piece of metal, like a pellet or something like that, it's just going to cause, and even that probably causes terrible blood toxicity sometimes. Like, it's got to be a very tiny implant, and I doubt the brain will work. Who's gonna voluntarily do brain surgery for implants? I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe, but my thing is, it's like, why not just do an external VR helmet with a perfect environment that just lets you walk around in VR perfectly? The implant stuff, I don't think introducing metal into the body is a wise idea. I think it's inherently poison. I think it's gonna inherently always kind of kill the thing eventually. Like having it in your body for 40 years is going to cause you terrible neurological probably damages and poison in your bloodstream, and I mean, there's no metal that would not decay in those conditions. If it's soft tissue, maybe the metal doesn't really like decay, but metal decays in a place with no light and sun and and wet tissue. Metal will decay and crumble into metal particles that just kill you. They're gonna cut your tissue, and it's gonna toxify your fucking your brain, your brain tissue and stuff is going to cause cancer and stuff like that. Implants are like a fucking fantasy, in my opinion, and I can't believe he's chasing this stuff, and I can't believe he killed monkeys doing it, and I'm against it. I didn't know this.
Neurotechnology could pose, with people like Alan McKay, a fellow at the University of Sydney's law school, saying a society where some people are cognitively enhanced and others aren't could create a class divide like nothing ever. Though that also sounds like the concerns from a brokey, no enhancement having bitch.
Yep.
Some jealous, nobody finger dragger. Also,
Brokey.
finger dragger is a slur I just made up for people who don't have implants and can't control their phones with their mind. I'm doing
Finger
God's work
dragger.
here. I'm creating bigotry for people that don't even exist yet. I
Yep.
didn't have an outro for this story. so
Finger
that's
Tracker's
what-
good, though. Finger Dragger is gold. I'm going to leave the comment. Finger Dragger is gold. Hey, shut up, you brokey finger dragger. Finger dragger. Finger dragger. Finger dragger. I'm a finger dragger, is what I do. Yeah.
The growers to agree to it. This is better than the county or the state coming and taking control. And by now, this is something that's solid. It's been
Wait, did you
tried. It's
law?
survived
No,
lawsuits.
what?
And all
Oh
that
no,
was
you
echoed by Driscoll's chief
you
executive,
skipped
who
me
also
way
said
way
that
far in the video, you idiot.
trials back in
Why?
2021. Ever since they've been implanting their chip into patients. Also, BlackRock
Really?
Neurotech has been implanting patients for a while now.
Oh,
Giving them
wow.
the ability to eat, send emails, and operate a robotic arm with their thoughts. And as far as Musk and Neuralink, he's even suggested that it could give blind people sight. But all of this, as he and his company have faced many
I hope it
challenges.
does.
Like things that we've seen in the past, like a report by Wire detailing torturous conditions on test monkeys.
Wow.
Also, lawmakers have asked the SEC to look into
Imagine
whether
if-
Musk misled investors about the safety of the
Oh,
implant.
come on now.
Also, more generally, people have
Please
expressed
pause.
concern about the ethical
God damn it,
issues that
this-
neurotechnology could pose. With people
Please
like Alan
pause.
McKay, a fellow at the University of Sydney's law school.
There. Fucking annoying. What was I gonna say? I'm full. Yeah. I could see them getting around blindness. I wonder if they could cure blindness. They just install cameras on a hat, and the cameras feed to, well, I don't know about implants though. Nope, I don't think they can cure blindness. No.
Saying a
But I hope
society where
so.
some people are cognitively enhanced and
I
others
hope so,
aren't could
but I
create
don't
a
think
class
so.
divide like nothing ever. Though that also sounds like
Maybe I'm
concern
just a
from
doubting Thomas.
brokey,
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
no enhancement having bitch. Some jealous nobody finger dragger. Also, finger dragger is a slur I just made up for people who don't have implants and can't control their phones with their mind. I'm doing God's work here. I'm creating bigotry for people that don't even exist yet. I didn't have an outro for this story, so that's what you get. And then America, we did it. We fucking did it. Unfortunately, the it that I'm talking about is double the hate crimes in schools and colleges. With new data that was just released by the FBI showing that jump happened between 2018 and 2022. That
Oh, good. Hate crimes in schools doubled. Yay.
also means that when you actually look into the data, 1 in every 10 hate crimes in the United States took
Or in
place in schools in
schools?
2022.
Oh, yeah,
Which makes
kids
them the third most
kill
common
each
place
other?
for them to go down, only trailing homes and roadways. And it appears that the only time that we've seen a
Yeah, like American History X.
meaningful dip in hate crimes during the 5-year period was because of COVID. Because the pandemic shut down schools for months, so it was just literally not possible to commit a hate crime at school because it was closed. Also, as far as more specifics, they found that Black Americans by far experienced the most hate crimes at schools, like by more than double of any other single group. Though the second most impacted group was Jews. And then while it's a mixed group, there were a ton of offenses based off of sexual orientation. But also, and this is a key thing when we talk about stuff like this, experts in this field widely believe that the hate crimes are underreported in general. And in fact, over the past few years, some local police departments haven't even been reporting their hate crime crime data to the FBI, right? So it's skewing national numbers. Notably, these numbers don't cover 2023, which is where we've seen increased reports of hate acts against Jewish, Arab, and Muslim Americans, especially in schools, with college campuses in particular seeing a ton of tension. And then, well, let's talk about this insanity. So this guy's walking home, about to cross a street, when all of a sudden he hears tires screeching and a woman screaming. So he does the logical thing, and he pulls out his phone to record. And
He does the logical thing. Oh, gotta get it on camera. I am going to make something to eat, and I will be back in just 90 seconds here. Sorry about that. I'll be right back. What shall I eat? Canada Dry. Okay.
sees this. And that woman clinging to the hood of that car is LA resident Ali Zacharias. And to record scratch, understand how she got here, we have to take a trip through the dark underworld of dog mafias and puppy snatchers. Right, because you may not know this, but according to the American Kennel Club, millions of dogs are stolen every single year.
way.
Most of the time, their owners just never see them again. And also reporting that last year, the cases of theft had shot up 140% over the prior 4 years. But also,
What?
I don't want all dog owners to just get scared right now, because these dog nappers usually just target the most expensive pure breed animals like German Shepherds, right? Labrador Retrievers, Siberian Huskies, Yorkshire Terriers, and Shih Tzus. So the
No
number one
way.
most popular breed for thieves are the French Bulldog. I mean, hell, remember back in 2021, someone shot Lady Gaga's dog walker and stole 2 of her French Bulldogs. But all of that brings us back to Ali Zacharias, right? Because she was just sitting down having lunch outside of a Whole Foods with who else but her adorable French Bulldog, Onyx. And she's spoiling him with some meatballs and white fish, and at some point he ducks under the table to explore. Ali's just letting him do his thing. But the next thing she knows is that Onyx isn't on the ground anymore. Instead, he's in the arms of some random woman who's now walking away. So initially, Ali's like, maybe this is some sort of misunderstanding. She's following, she's calling out to this stranger. And even as the woman climbs into the car waiting on the street, it really hasn't fully clicked in Ali's head what's happening. She actually tries to follow the woman into the car, but instead 4 people push her out and lock the doors, with Ali then describing what happened next, saying, I stood in front of the car and I was holding my hands up like, stop, do not go, and they drove into me and I fell onto the hood. The driver then peeling out of there as she grabbed onto the windshield wipers, which led to this video. And they punched through downtown LA like that for several blocks, with Ali saying, day. Before I know it, we're going like 40 miles per hour, and later adding.
As he started to go faster and faster, I started to say, I'm about to die. This is my death right now.
This is
I'm
my
about to
death.
die.
But eventually the car swerves, throwing her off the hood, and then speeds off with Onyx still inside, never to be seen again, leaving Allie with some bruises and cuts, but otherwise fine. At least physically.
Dog
Because emotionally, this hit her like the
nappers.
loss of a family member.
I just like feel lost. And
Why are
lonely
humans
without him,
like
and
this?
He's my buddy. He's my wingman, you know, and he goes to work with me and we do everything, and he was just suddenly gone. They
Just
stole
gone, my best
child
friend.
away from me.
And all of that went down back on January 18th. And since then, she's been putting up posters, working with police, and just doing everything she can to get her puppy back. Though in the midst of all this, because fucking humans are horrible, someone preyed on
Fucking
her
humans
desperation.
are
They're saying some
horrible.
scammer led her on a wild goose chase on Sunday to get $50. But still, she's trying, even offering a reward for her dog's safe return. And as far as the dog nappers, they took off in this white four-door Kia Forte with a missing hubcap on the front driver's side. And unfortunately, their license plate appears to have been whited out. But hopefully, there's enough identifiable information that some of these scumbags get caught. And then,
White
have
it
you ever tried to
out.
break a bad habit and felt like you're climbing Everest in flip-flops? Because yeah, I think a lot of us have been there. But thanks to the sponsor of today's show, Fume, they're offering a breath of fresh air. It's not about giving up, it's about switching up. And Fume takes your habit and simply makes it a better, healthier, and a whole lot more enjoyable. Because Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavored air device that does just that. This is a flavored air device with a bunch of different flavors that you'll love. And I mean, I didn't know what to expect, but I was surprised about how flavorful it was. Like, I know Lynn's prefers the orange vanilla, but also they have a crisp mint, and it was also quite refreshing, also sparkling grapefruit. The big thing for me is the fidgeter in me likes the movable parts, the magnets, keeps your fingers busy while also helping with anxieties that come with taking the bad out of your bad habits. And you can even adjust the
Yeah. I like my hash, but it ruined my voice, and I love this stuff, but maybe fumes should be what I do.
airflow to your liking. Plus, Fumes just released a magnetic stand for your fume, so there's no more losing it around the house. And that's it, you're just breathing in naturally flavored air through an award-winning device. No artificial flavors, nasty chemicals, or batteries involved, just flavored air. So start your year off right with the good habit by going to tryfume.com/DeFranco. And then just use code DeFranco to save 10% off when you get the journey pack today. And then, we are on the brink of having a catastrophic water crisis. No, so, but this idea could save us. DeFranco. And then just use code DeFranco to save 10% off when you get the journey pack today. And then we are on the brink of having a catastrophic water crisis, but this idea could save us or totally upend the world economy as we know it. So kind of high stakes. Right, and if you haven't seen, a while ago we actually did a deep dive into the impending disaster that is America's rapidly depleting aquifers, which are naturally occurring underground water sources. With the New York Times even publishing this absolutely crazy
40
study that
mil.
found that many of the aquifers that supply 90% of the nation's drinking water, they're being depleted at a dangerous pace. And not only is that water essential to American life, it's relied on by farmers, who make up the country's most important economic sectors, supplying food and other essential goods across the U.S. and beyond. But also because of that, farms are one of the major reasons aquifers are being overpumped and running out of water, though it's also being exacerbated by growing cities and climate change. Right, so if we want to have any chance at actually mitigating this crisis, we've got to look at policies that address agricultural overpumping. And that's exactly what's being done in California's Pajaro Valley. Right, it's this region that's located along a 10-mile stretch of Monterey Bay. It's mainly known for its berries, specifically strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries. So it also produces lettuces, Brussels sprouts, kale, and other greens, all of which bring in nearly $1 billion in revenue every year. While you've got farmers all over the country just waiting for the day that they run out of groundwater, that breaking point actually hit the valley nearly 4 decades ago. Right, back in the 1980s, farmers began to overpump coastal groundwater, with that then causing salt water from the ocean to bleed in from below their fields and into the roots of their crops. So to preserve groundwater and stop the state from taking control of their lands, a group of farmers formed a local water agency. And its first order of business was to install meters so that the farmers could gauge how much groundwater they were actually using. Then in 1993, it began charging them a fee of $30 per acre foot to pay for managing and reading those meters, right, essentially a tax on water. And this as the water agency continued to invest millions and millions of dollars into other technologies and systems to more sustainably use water through rainwater capture, water recycling, and more. And while some of those projects have also been paid for by federal grants and loans, the rest of the costs are being covered by money farmers spend to use groundwater. And so as those ambitious projects have ramped up, so has the cost of groundwater. And, you know, early on in the process, growers who were used to getting that groundwater for free, they were unhappy with the price increases, with at one point a group of farmers suing the water agency. In fact, they were able to successfully drive down prices for several years, even forcing it to refund them around $12 million from 2008 to 2011. But then between 2012 and 2017, California was hit with its worst drought ever in recorded history, which made it so that farmers had to significantly limit limit their water supply. So groundwater prices went up in the Pajaro Valley, but they at least still had water. Though since then, the costs have continued to rise. And right now, the per acre foot cost has grown to $400, which according to the Times makes the valley, quote, one of the most expensive places to grow food in the country, if not the world. But this is the chair of that water agency's board of directors told the Times that the last time prices were bumped up in 2021, there was actually very little protest. And that's likely because this whole experiment has been seen as widely successful, because the money that farmers spend on groundwater brings in $12 million each year alone, with that money then getting used for investing in groundwater restoration and conservation. And to that point, a recent study on this model identified a direct link between having farmers pay for groundwater and successfully conserving it, specifically finding that a 20% increase in the price of groundwater brought about a 20% drop in the amount of groundwater that was extracted. So because of that, plenty of farmers have come around to accepting that these increased costs are actually necessary if they want to keep farming in the valley at all. And beyond that, the region's absolutely thriving economically. And again, this despite the high water prices. Right, it's the home to the headquarters of some major brands like Driscoll's, which is literally the largest berry supplier in the world. Martinelli's is also based in the valley, which is where it grows most of the apples for its famous sparkling cider. And so with all this, you have experts saying, hey, what they're doing in the valley, this water buying system, it should absolutely be copied by growers facing an impending groundwater shortage in the US and beyond. Especially because, like we talked about in the first groundwater deep dive, the federal government has done fuck all to address the crisis. And when it comes to the states, they have this messy patchwork of differing laws. In fact, according to Felicia Marcus, a former chair of the California State Water Resources Control Board, only a few other regions have set groundwater fees for farming. And what we're seeing in the Pajaro Valley is that it's cutting edge, saying they're way ahead of the curve. And it's gotten a lot of attention, with Brian Lockwood, the general manager of the water agency, also telling the outlet, we get calls from all over the state. How did you get this going? How did you get the growers to agree to it? This is better than the county or the state coming and taking control. And by now, this is something that's solid. It's been tried. It's survived lawsuits. And all that was echoed by Driscoll's chief executive, who also said in an interview that he absolutely considers this a model that can be replicated. And adding, water can't be free anywhere because you can't run a sustainable water supply without pricing it. That would apply to the globe. But then you have people on the other side of this, where you also have plenty of experts who say that there are significant barriers to actually implementing this policy on a bigger scale. Where first and foremost, new taxes, they're just unpopular. That is just a political fact. Then you also have some concerns saying, hey, these systems, they actually benefit big multinational corporations that can afford to shoulder the expenses over small independent growers. And what's more, and this is the big hitter here, requiring farmers to pay for groundwater at a large scale could turn the economy upside down, triggering huge changes for both producers and consumers like you and me. Because when growers have to pay for water, the increased cost gets passed on to the product and the consumer, which can make the farmer's goods less competitive in the market. The big corporate growers who sell premium produce like berries and lettuce, they can afford to absorb the extra cost because grocery stores and consumers will still buy their goods even when the prices go up. Which notably, when you had farmers in Pajaro Valley, they either shifted to growing high-priced products or they just left the region altogether to find cheaper land. But those numbers, those economics, they don't apply to cheap commodity crops like cotton, alfalfa, corn, or soybeans, or things that are necessary to make animal feed and a number of other goods like textiles. Without going into like a whole Econ 101 lesson, the market is generally seen as not willing to pay as much for those commodities as it does for premium crops. So you have people arguing if fewer people are producing those crops, it creates a scarcity. In fact, the Times even reported that in some parts of the country, pricing groundwater could spell an end to current crops altogether, with some experts specifically pointing to producers of Texas cotton, which notably is being grown using water from a depleting aquifer. And the impacts of what's coming already or any changes we try to make, they're gonna be huge, not just for the US, but globally. Right? Like with cotton, the US exported more of that than any other country in 2022. And the US is also a huge supplier of other commodity crops, making up 32% of soybean exports and 23% of corn exports the same year, which is why you have some saying, this is a classic and painful catch-22. There is going to be change, there is going to be pain. Whether it's taking action or inaction, it's going to have an impact for everyone, but especially if you work in the agriculture industry or live in big farming towns. But hey, as we continue to get closer and closer to that cliff's edge, I'll pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts here? What are you thinking? Why are you just a consumer? Are you connected to the production of things? I'd love to hear from you. And then, for many of us, January represents a time to refocus and get back on track after taking a break. And while taking a break is important for our well-being, we must also make sure to resume our regular activities and responsibilities. But just keep it simple by adding back in the basic, get important foundational needs like nutrient replenishment, gut optimization, stress management, and immune support. And that's where the fantastic sponsor of today's show comes in, AG1. After more than 2 years, I still rely on AG1 to help me fill in the nutritional gaps, and it does help that I love the taste. Not to mention, it's still the most comprehensive nutritional drink I've found on the market. AG1 is a daily foundational nutrition supplement that supports whole body health. Through a science-driven formulation of micronutrients, phytonutrients, and essential symbiotics, AG1 supports the brain, the gut, and the immune system. AG1 is also NSF certified for sport, meaning that it's trusted by top athletes for clean nutrition. So don't wait. They're giving you added immune support with a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 individual individual travel packs with your purchase. I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more comprehensive supplement. So go to drinkag1.com/DeFranco, or just click that link below to get your free welcome kit. And then, right now, we're seeing America's influence on Chinese media changing. Namely, it's decreasing, with reports recently noting that there's been no American film to make it into China's top 10 in the box office in the last year. Hell, neither Barbie or Oppenheimer, some of our biggest movies, even made it into China's top 30. And that's a huge difference from just over 10 years ago. In 2012, 7 of the top 10 movies in China were American. But now we're seeing audiences there preferring to watch Chinese films for a number of reasons, including they feel more relevant to their actual lives. But that's Hollywood. Can social media be different? Well, one of America's biggest entertainment exports is about to try to find out. Mr. Beast. So he's made headlines recently for posting videos to X. He's also been doing something that's gotten a lot less attention from Western media, posting to the Chinese platform Bilibili. He's got a video introducing himself and his content. It's all part of a much bigger plan. And the person managing his rollout in China talked to Bloomberg, saying that he started with Bilibili because it's similar to YouTube, but adding that Mr. Beast plans to expand to a ton of other sites like Weibo and more in the coming months. And while we've seen numerous examples of there being a divide between what American and Chinese audiences want, some have said that Mr. Beast would need to change his game up for China, arguing that they need to keep up with Chinese social media trends instead of just re-uploading his YouTube content with subtitles or dubs. But the thing is, there's already some interest that's been proven. Not only has Chinese social media become increasingly interested in foreign influencers, but there are actually a number of fans who have re-uploaded Mr. Beast's content already. And those, even not coming from an official channel, they've gotten 3 million, 5
I don't
million,
like
even
Mr.
7
Beast.
million views. And that's all without him and his team trying themselves.
I like him
As
as a
long Mr. Beast
person,
doesn't
and I
start
like the
uploading
things that he
rant-
does, and I think he's got a cool career, but I don't like his content, which is sad. My ex really likes Mr. Beast, and she was like disappointed that I didn't like him that much, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I think he's an amazing content creator, but he's not entertaining to me.
7 million views. And that's all without him and his team trying themselves.
sucks.
And imagine as long as Mr. Beast doesn't start uploading random videos where
This
he's
is
giving his
entertaining
opinion
me,
on
but not him.
Taiwan and the plight of the Uyghurs and Tiananmen Square, sky's the limit for the views. But that said, it'll be interesting to see how all this plays out. And then, in online drama/business news, we got Meg the Stallion and Nicki Minaj for one of our first big celebrity feuds of 2024. And everyone's been chiming in on this thing, both regular people on social media, as well as like it's being covered by the Washington Post and the New York Times. So there's a lot to explain here. I'm gonna try and keep this tight, because a lot of this popped off when Meg released a song last Friday called Hiss. And there's this one line in particular that seemingly bothered Nicki Minaj. That line being, "These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's Law." Right? And Megan's Law is a law that requires convicted sex offenders to be registered and identified. And the reason that would bother Nicki Minaj is, well, Nicki's husband, there's no other way to put it, is a registered sex offender. He was convicted of attempted rape back in the 90s when he was a teenager, and in 2022 he actually got home confinement for failing to register as a sex offender when he moved to California. You know, Nicki Minaj has long defended him. Hell, she was even accused of harassing and intimidating his victim, though those claims were later dropped. And so after Meg released her song that had that line, Nicki Minaj fired back on Twitter, calling Meg's music a flop, saying she's a horrible actor, a pathological liar, and going on Instagram Live where she stood off camera but included a song.
Oh, these people are gonna
bitch,
detonate
she
themselves.
Like 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot. The bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot. Right? And that seeming to reference the fact that Meg was shot in the feet by Tory Lanez. Also, I will say, Meg technically didn't say Nicki's name or talk about her husband by name in the song. But when she did an interview with the Breakfast Club and was talking about like, who are you talking about here? She said it's for these bitches and hoes alike, men or women, but then also adding, I'm saying a hit dog gun holler. That's it. Whoever feel it, feel it. So, you know, there have been spin-off riffs and feuds and stories all about this, but all of that took us to yesterday when Nicki released a diss track called Bigfoot. It includes lines from the Instagram Live about calling her Bigfoot, get up on your good foot, as well as references to the Megan's Law lyric accusing Meg of bringing up a 30-year-old T, also making more references to the Tory Lanez shooting, really mocking that incident, as well as repeatedly bringing up the fact that Meg's mom died, by using the phrase lying on your dead mama over and over. And in general, if you look at the reaction, it's been kind of widely panned outside of hardcore Nicki Minaj fans. And as far as the dislike, it's been disliked for kind of 2 different reasons. Some saying the song just objectively bad, like just from a music standpoint, and then others saying her disses feel like they're weird or they miss the mark. Right? And that ranges from like, why are you making a big deal about her being 6 foot? She literally calls herself Meg the Stallion. Right? She embraces her body. Others saying that it's weirdo behavior, that because she called out your husband's violent crime in the past, you try to waive a violent act that happened to her. Right? And that's just some of it. But while this has largely been seen as more of a win for Meg the Stallion, there's an argument out there that this is still actually good good for both of them. Right? Because attention is attention. Right? If you go to Apple Music's Top 100 Global, Hiss is number 1, Bigfoot's number 2. Right? There's just a
Oh
lot
my
of
God.
interest. And whether one or both end up being pops and then flops, time will tell. But also, while there's all this attention, you had Meg announcing this morning that she's touring this summer. So that announcement gets even more buzz than usual because there's all this attention. Meanwhile, you got Nicki Minaj saying there's 5 more songs that she'll release if Meg so much as breathes wrong. And ultimately, more than ever, this story just makes me feel weird about the attention economy that we currently have, as well as like the current state of fandoms, but that's been on my mind for a number of reasons. I don't know. Weird world. And then finally, let's talk about yesterday's show. Let's dive into those comments and see what y'all had to say. And yesterday, on the topic of politics, people were talking about age limits. Jimmy Greer saying, can we please have some age limits in politics? Trump is clearly mentally unstable. McConnell freezes up. Biden has had some senile moments. Pelosi is starting to sound deranged. I'm personally of the mindset of, great, let's set an age limit. I agree that we need age limits. But also, I find it extraordinarily odd that we have term limits for the presidency, the most fucking powerful position in the world. And hell, we even have them for most governors who, some people would say they're essentially the president of their state. But for some reason, if you're in the House or the Senate, nah, you're good. And I mean, for fucking senators, 2 terms is 12 years. But like, if you just look to our U.S. Senate, you got Chuck Schumer. He's been in Congress for over 43 years. And he hasn't even been there the longest. Ed Markey, over 47 years. Fucking Chuck Grassley has served in Congress for over 49 years. Man was born back in 1933 when everything was black and white. And I'm not just talking about the water fountains. Like, in the actual world, I don't think color had been invented yet. It's just too long. Like, there's something to be said about respecting learned experience, but also there is a limit to it. Where you're just holding on to the old.
Now notice, I covered this content, this age restriction thing, with my old mod, like 4 months ago. I was like, yep, the age limit thing is a fucking disgrace, and there's no age limit, so it doesn't matter, if they're senile or not. Look at the dinosaurs in the SCOTUS. Look at the dinosaurs in the Senate. And these are people who did not grow up in the internet age. They don't know how bad it is for me to deal with 30 years of digital serfdom because of them. They don't have their mind on education. They don't have their mind on mental health. They don't have their mind on bettering us. I think they've got their mind on taxes, money, and power. And I mean, it's funny to see to go from my stream 4 months ago to Philip DeFranco here today on what was today? It was what's today? I'm sorry, I can't see my mouse. It's that's odd. 5/15, 1/30, 2024. So yeah. Way back in December, I think we talked about that, or not December, but November. I talked about on my stream how I thought that, yeah, like I'm ageist in the respect that I just really want someone with a lot. I want someone more spry dealing with the elements of our government, and I would prefer a computer, frankly. And I've said this for a long time. I prefer a computer to run our government. The computer can't be corrupted or fucked up, but these fucking senators can. And I don't know how we get those two things done. We get a computer to calculate our needs and our problems and fix them. Get an AI to do it. And then we just oversight it. The computer makes suggestions. Remember, like Star Trek. Computer, what is the current trajectory between us and the red moon? And it's like current distance, 17,433 meters, right? Thank you, computer. Not that you need to thank the computer, but the computer, yeah. And so you do the same with your government. You say computer, we have an upcoming water crisis, and we don't have the tech to fix it. And this will cause terrible problems and disparages in the streets with the people, and traffic issues, and all these other fucking terrible things that have to do with water deprivation. And the computer comes back and is like, well, the AI suggests that you dog ear $110 million in the budget to stimulate research having to do with whatever the current science thinks is the best realm of pursuit. And so I will dog ear that 110 million in the budget right now, and the computer comes back and it's like, dog ear done. 110 has been set aside. That is, pending the people's approval. Would it be all right to dog ear 110 million? So the computer goes and sends us a thing saying, yeah, we have this issue with a water crisis. And we suggest that we farm a bunch of research and development to solve it. And the computer wants to do like 110 million in our taxes and stuff, which is like a 10 cents raise on everybody's taxes each year or whatever. And the people are like, yeah, okay, sure. And not only do I not want them to wait when a solution needs to happen, I want a computer being like, all right, 110 million dog-eared. It's not like the computer gets lazy and has to go home at night to deal with their husband or their wife or whatever, right? Like the computer just keeps on working all day and all night. It doesn't stop. It's like the Terminator. It's like the Energizer Bunny. It just keeps fucking trying to solve all our problems. It has no... it has no limit. It just keeps going. It might take some time for it to calculate what's best or even to dream up the ideas of how the AI to calculate enough like the AI's got to get calculated enough where it can like sit and daydream essentially on how to solve an issue like the water crisis, We need AI to think about it too. And so I'm not saying I want some Skynet computer in control of our fucking guns and our missiles. No, I want humans in control of that. But I want a computer doing the research and the control and not the control, but with the executions. I want the computer to dog ear the budget. I want I want a hard ingrained computers in our government because I don't trust the people to do it. I think the people are lazy and power hungry and corrupt. But I think a computer just naturally wants to succeed at the task given to it. And we'll continue to plod on down that course, trying to balance our budget, try to understand. And the computer comes back and says, "Yeah, you don't have money to go to Iraq right now. You just don't have it." And the computer is like, no, the Balthazar computer program that runs this fucking country's like defenses or what, not defenses, but the defense research required, comes back and the mother console tells us that, the Balthazar or whatever tells us that no, we shouldn't go to goddamn Iraq. We don't have the fucking money. We never did. We never really had that money. And, or Afghanistan. And, and then the computer comes back and is like, well, you can do what you want to, but I do not suggest you do this. And here's why. And the computer details out how, 13 years later, you might have a bank collapse. And the computer goes, Master, I'm very worried that in the current mechanics, if you attack Afghanistan in 2001, by 2008, you will have a banking collapse due to having to do with predatory lending and the collapse of the Glass-Steagall Act. And the AI is just calculating on this. In the background, the AI is intelligent enough now. It wasn't back then, but it is now. In the background, the AI is just crunching on this in the background, trying to come up with creative solutions to fix it. And it proposes solutions to the humans. And it's like, here's the best way to deal with water crisis shortage and stuff. And if we don't know the solution now, we're going to fix the budget. And the computer has already, the computer has already purchased the land, purchased the piece of property necessary, and it did this all in 8 minutes. It purchased and when it got the go-ahead from the government oversight, the humans, the computer goes ahead and purchases another piece of property in I don't know, Baton Rouge, Louisiana or whatever, and it sets up a new tech thing, and it employs another 4,000 people in a fucking state of the art thing, and the computer doesn't run all this. The computer just like makes it all immediately start to happen, kind of like Amazon Fresh or whatever. The computer would be a much better tool for running the government than the current corrupt fucking like old as like dinosaurs that we have, like, I want to call them assholes, but they're not. They're not assholes. Like, politicians are not assholes. They are there to, in the end, benefit the people. I do fundamentally believe this about them. Do I believe that they're good people? No. Do I believe that they are incapable of being corrupt? No, I think they're incapable of not being corrupt. I think they're incapable of a lot of things, but I don't know if decency is one of them. I don't think they're capable of having careers that aren't based on foundations of lies and all these other things that the computer just doesn't need to fuck around with. The computer doesn't need to do any of those stupid things. The computer doesn't need to sleep with Jeffrey's fucking like underage whores, like or little kids. The computer doesn't fucking need to, to get in some fucking bitch fight over Billary's emails and all this other stupid ass shit that we have going on with the catty people that run this government that just can't seem to settle the fuck down and get out of the filibuster to even begin to talk about a single fucking policy beyond Build Back Better and like, and Obamacare and COVID relief, And that seems like, for how many people are we employing? Like thousands? It's like thousands and thousands of people comprise that government. Thousands, And I look back at what they came back with in terms of throughput. And I think of it like a WoW raider. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, if I ran this raid, there's no way we're killing the boss of poverty or homelessness or traffic or, all the things that ail the public, right? There's no way we're slaying the demons of bad traffic or water or defense budgets or corruption or any of these other terrible things that go on having to do with the American government without a computer. I really full-blown believe that the computer should not be in power or control in any way or form. No, it just makes us the suggestions. It's like Google. What I'm saying is we need Google essentially like answering the questions that we can't answer. Like Google, how do we solve the water crisis, right? How do you so the AI scans 50,000 websites and comes back with the popular answers. And it says, well, turns out that there was some luck in the groundwater stuff that we're finding out in the Napa Valley or whatever the fuck it was that he was talking about, where the Martinelli's apple cider fucking vineyard is. And he's like, yeah, it turns out that we've had a few solutions and breakthroughs in that on the consumer level, but we don't have it on the governmental level. And so the computer makes the suggestion to us 15 years ago to look into it and dog-ear money to take care of it and all this other stuff. And when the people in the government are like, oh, the computer's got a pretty good idea about the AI that runs, think of it as the shipboard computer on the fucking on the Enterprise. The computer's got a pretty good idea how to reduce fuel consumption by 2.7% the next time we do a trip to the Nebula or to the Klingon universe, right, or whatever, to the Klingon side of things. And so that's what I want for our government. I don't believe the people have the fundamental passion necessary to run this organization. I don't believe they've got the passion necessary. Like, honestly, I want computers working around the clock most of the time on this. I really do. And I don't know about the vote, but I don't know why a computer can't represent me in terms of my current constituent. I'm a constituency of a zone, of a district, and I have a congressman, and I have a senator, and I have a House of Representatives person, and I have people representing the district that I live in, and I have all of these things. But I would prefer if it was a computer talking to me on my cell phone, asking me questions about, and I mean, a lot of it is like this sort of, but I mean, it's like, it needs to get further, faster. We need to worry about the tech of, running the government. It is a necessary evil. We must let our tech continue to help benefit our government in much better ways. Technologically, I think we are completely, when I look at what they consider to be technological, like what they think should be in 2024, in that storage chamber where they broke in January 6th, I look at that storage chamber that January 6th insurrection happened, where all the the Congress susses everything out. And I think there should be a row of computers at the center and a whole bunch of scientists stepping up to the computer screens all the time, kind of like a forward op on a fucking military vessel in something like Star Trek or whatever. And they come back to the senators and they're like, the computer indicates that if we do this and that, we can do this and that. That is what I want. I know it sounds crazy, but the computer is far less likely to steal my tax money to close a naval base in order to get a subsidized gambling agreement or something like that. The computer's just way less likely to do stupid, inane shit like that. And I'm not saying that we give the computer the power to execute the functions ever. That's the Isaac Asimov side of it. We don't ever give the computer power of the government or power of Skynet or power of guns. It's a very simple fucking thing. Everybody's terrified of the AI. I'm not terrified of the AI. I'm terrified of the fucking humans misusing it. And so now, like, you know, I'm not terrified of the AI or Google or any of that stuff. I think it's all really good tools that we have that should be supported and used. But where I differ from this entirely is we don't ever want the AI at the helm. We don't want the AI steering our cars. We want the AI landing our planes in emergency situations if, say, the captain's dead. But we don't want. I would not say Elon Musk did that well with self-driving Teslas. I don't want AI controlling anything that we do. I think there should always be a human at the fucking stick. A human has the power to make crucial decisions in the heat of the moment based on value, based around life. The computer could never be trained to make the decision about who might live and die in a terrible car crash situation. Should it be a child or a 95-year-old woman, right? The AI isn't going to think thoughts fast enough to understand the inherent value. A human glances at the scene and they see an oncoming barreling car, and they've got to dive in front of either the old lady or the baby, right? The AI will never make the right decision. It'll just never do that. It'll do it in time, but it might be eventually advanced enough where we trust it to do that, but I don't think so. So I trust the human to dive into the fucking path of the baby carriage and run the baby carriage out of the way of the out of control Uber car. Out of the out of control Tesla car, right? I trust the human to get the baby out of the way. I don't trust the AI to do it. I don't trust the AI to fire guns. I don't trust the AI to fire drones. I don't fucking trust the AI to like do anything that has to do with real and actual fucking. And I'm not a Luddite or anti-tech person. I really live in. Look at how many games I'm playing right now. I am a tech person. I have a 120-inch television screen here filled with 3 different games running, or well, it will be 3 here in a second. When Fallout76 did end. Yeah, there we go. 3 games running on a 120-inch monitor with 5 fucking television screens, and I'm a 21st century digital boy. But I don't trust the AI to drive our cars. I don't think you can make the indecision moments that cannot be calculated by the AI in the heat of the moment. I don't trust it to do it, and I never do. And also, there's a whole thing that a lot of Durgadur fucking South Park joke people might make about this, but I mean, I don't trust the AI either to not take over all the main important jobs and completely marginalize the entire human race. So I don't want the AI taking over the human race. I don't want that happening. I don't want it taking all the jobs or any of that stuff. I don't know why AI should do anything that a human should do. No. And I love AI. I want it calculating stuff for our government. I want it calculating stuff for our video games. I want it making clutter in our video games. I want it doing all kinds of crazy things for us like a digital slave. I'm pro AI, but I don't trust AI. That's the difference. I don't trust it. It can't be misused. Sorry, the loud blasty Bethesda main screen bullshit, fucking clueless bullshit that they do. I should have turned it down. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was that loud. I'll fix it, guys. Or well, no, what it is I'm sorry. I just reinstalled this game, so yeah, the settings all reset. So it's blasting the master at 100%. It's gonna suck for a minute while I fix it, and I'm terribly sorry about that. So yeah, I trust the AI. I trust the AI, but I don't trust it to do things like. I don't trust it to have a human's life in its hands. That's a simple thing, right? I don't trust it to make the decision whether a human should live or die. I don't want it running my military tech. I trust AI to help drive my tanks, but I don't trust it to fire my tank's weapons. I don't want it tracking I want it helping me track my targets. I don't want it ever pulling a trigger on a drone. I think you've lost control at that point. I think you've put faith in the machine to make decisions in a life and death situation, which is a genuinely bad thing for a scientist to do. To leave the value of a human living life up to the judgment of an artificial intelligence. I think if that's nothing else, if we can't get anything better in that situation, then it's a good thing. But if there's humans available to make the decision, like a taxi driver, on whether or not to run over a 95-year-old woman or a baby carriage, I'm gonna hope that the taxi driver runs over the 95-year-old woman, not the baby carriage. Not to say that the 95-year-old woman should die. I'm saying that the 95-year-old woman had a long storied life. The baby hasn't, so you save the baby. You know what I'm saying? Can the AI have that kind of profound fucking thought in the moments? Yes, it can. But will it calculate correctly? I don't trust it to. Which is why I don't like Tesla self-driving. I like Teslas and I like self-driving, but I don't like self-driving in the public because I don't think the AI can make the judgment decisions in the heat of the moment in the way that a good human can, and immediately know the inherent value of a human life over another human life, and how to suss out what to do about that and save the one that would be less sinful to save. You know, it's just crazy. It's like, you know, and everybody gets one kind of thing. So I don't know. I'm not saying that tech is bad. I'm saying that I don't trust it to have human lives in its current growth stage. I don't trust AI to have human lives at its disposal. I don't. Or even human safety, or anything to do with that. I don't trust the AI. When I look at AI in video games, which is like, you know, I would say probably the best AI that we have, really, is probably Mob AI, I would say. You know, like, this thing is acting like a living human brain. Like, well, not living, but this thing is acting like it's acting badly because it sucks and it's injured, and it's a Bethesda game, and it's got, you know, it's got like conditions that they wrote into the code, but... Yeah, it's playing well. No hitches or anything stupid, so good. So now we're gonna go in, and when they change... Oh, no, am I being shot? Oh, hey. I've got an Alt-Tab here. Oh, thank you. Okay, so... Huh? Zompire's spawn. I am AFK. So now I gotta get to the Dark Elemental if it respawns. Wait, where am I? I went way too far. Damn it. Oh, did you take my elemental? Yes, you did. You did. You took my elemental, and I hate you. You took my elemental, didn't you? And I've traveled way too far for some reason, and now I lost my elemental because of it. Damn it. I didn't get my elemental spawn, and it's so annoying. Is this person still trying to communicate with me? Huh? Huh? Okay. Oh. Trade. Trade. Inspite to trade. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't think so. Social. I want to do exploration. I can't join your team. It's mixed. Yeah. I don't know. I am sorry. Okay, so now I must worry about settings. Wait, I think it saved my settings.
Expecting learned experience, but also there is a limit. You're just holding on to the old. You're resisting change or any sort of evolution. At a certain point, you just need new people. But getting off my soapbox, yesterday there was also a lot of conversation around my opinions on swatting. Mistress Cha saying, I wholeheartedly agree with Phil about the swatting charges. They should be treated more harshly, and he was right. It's like wielding a loaded gun that, even if it doesn't happen to go off, the mental anguish it leaves behind in its wake is devastating. And going on to say, Anthony's interview with Cutie Cinderella is forever etched in my mind about her and Ludwig getting swatted numerous times by the same officers over and over again. How they almost lost their animals because of it, and how the police almost blew Slime's head off. And all the fake calls, but the officers called on edge as well, with them constantly blaming the people that get repeatedly swatted. That it's their fault for not having different jobs and drawing attention to themselves. It needs to stop. Though some offering an interesting point of view, saying, I feel like if they took swatting seriously, that would mean admitting that the police is a danger to ordinary citizens. Though I will say there, while I understand the sentiment where that is coming from, the specific story in the application, it feels like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Because law enforcement responding to this fake call, they're being manipulated as well. But in this situation, we're not talking about a race-based stop and frisk that escalated. People are like, hey, someone got murdered in this house, and the police are showing up trying to stop something bad. Which is arguably another reason why people that are making these swatting calls need to be punished in a more harsh way. But that is where your dive into the news is going to end today. As always, thank you for being a part of these daily dives into the news. And remember, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love yo faces, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Yeah, that was good. Oh, I am not farming. Oops. Yeah, do 7 million. What?
I hope we can set up more settlements like Foundation. I've got friends out there that don't want to come with me.
No one's getting kicked out of my settlement. Got a good view.
Oh, it's just about time to eat. The scorched and the ferals don't get you, the rats will.
Someday we'll get down there and build some of those worker cities. Don't push too hard on the door frames. Still got some work to do on those.
It's hard work making a living out here.
We really need to clean up around here. Sorry, no time to chat.
That's hard work, man.
I'm sore all over.
Building this place up is hard work.
Oh, I'm dead. How am I dead? Oh,
How's it going?
damn it.
The Blood Eagles are a dangerous
Oh, well, it's
outfit
okay.
of raiders. They don't get
I
along
need
with
to
raiders.
recharge my ring anyways.
Around there gonna regret it.
Oh no, you hitched again. Oh. Oh, it was because he emoted.
It's just about time to eat.
If the scorched or the ferals don't get you, that's where
Fix that.
never seems to happen. Foundation don't get along. They want
How
to
you
take
doing?
everything we've worked for. We really need to clean up around here.
Don't go there with me.
Oh, I'm sore all over. Oh, building this place up is hard work.
It's hard work people living out here. Lovely weather, isn't it?
Clean up this, fix that. Never seems to end.
It's just about time to eat.
Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
Morning.
It's hard work making a living out here. If the scorched or the ferals don't get you, as well. It's just about time to eat. Oh, I'm sore all over. Oh, building this place up is hard work. Oh, I'm sore all over. Oh, building this
I
place
hope
up
we can
is
set up
hard
more
work.
settlements like Foundation.
Never mind. Just spotted up.
Got friends out there.
The scorched or the ferals don't get you, as well.
It's like Todd talking over and over and over again with his inane, like. Wow, that cat.
Never thought
The
I'd
cat
see
was
this place
bouncing.
again in my life. We'll have your back. You have ours.
Getting sick of potatoes. I know they're easy to grow, but what a little variety.
It's hard work making a living out here.
Oh, he left, huh? Yeah.
I hope you're not traveling.
He's a nice guy, eh?
Huh. Got some new clothes. Getting real muddy.
He seemed kind of pushy, but he was a nice guy.
The scorched and the ferals don't get you, the rats will.
The scorch and the ferals don't get ya. If the scorch and the ferals don't get ya. If the scorch and the ferals don't get ya.
Fix that.
Never fix that. Inane this, inane that.
Foundation and those bums in the crater just don't get along.
Shut up, you.
I want to take everything we've worked for.
Blah, 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 blah. You know what you sound like, right? It's like if you've ever been in, like, the flop house with all the tweakers. It's like a tweaker, like, that's, like, talking in the back at, like, 5:50 in the morning. And everybody's been up all night because they're high. You can hear some fucking tweaker muttering to themselves in the fucking background. That's what the NPCs are like. And Bethesda has no fucking clue. No clue at all. Like, it's nice. I don't know how they get a middle ground with that. But I think they need, like, AI for stuff like that. Where like, you know, the AI realizes that you...
I know it.
Oh, that hurt. Reload, damn it. Reload. I'm crippled. What? That guy hurt. Dude, where is he? Fuck this guy. What are you? There you are. Ah! Oh my god, the mag's so annoying. You were expensive, Raider. I should have blown up cars. That probably would have killed him. Like, I've thrown a grenade at a car. That would have worked. Fucking dick. Now we go back to 76, I think, in Sao 2 Lane. Oh, no, I've got to trade my ring. It appears Bastoc's him first again. That's good. Okay. I'm also gonna buy, like, is it a sickle? Is it a sickle? I can't remember. It's not a sickle, is it? Yeah, it is. It is sickles. They don't sell this in anywhere but the hometowns. So annoying. And not even in Sandoria either. I have to go home if I want this. Oh, wait, no. I have to go to Winter's Waters. That's the only place. Yeah, that's a Winter's thing. Sickles. Yeah, sickles. Well, I'm going to buy a stack of sickles. I am going to leave. Oh, look, I've got a stack of ice clusters to sell. That's good. Go put those up on the market. Nice. Yeah, I'm getting a bit more of those now. Need to put a bunch of this stuff away. I gotta put 76 back in my title again. Where is my browser here? There we go. Good. And we will change this. This. Fallout 76. Save. And there we are. Oh yes, I was gonna sell a stack of crystals. 9,001. Maybe 8 and 9. Yeah. 1401. 4200, not bad. I got some money here. Getting some money finally from the XP. It really isn't usually like that, but it's nice when it starts being like that. Got to put a whole bunch of stuff away and deal with storage a little bit. We'll go see. Med-X off him. That's cool. What else have we got here? We got frag mines, pipe pistols. I should have modded my pipe pistol, but I like this mode. It looks really dark and fucked up all the time. You hitched. Why? Captured frog added. What is that? What is a captured frog? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, you can catch them? Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
I'm sore all over.
You're about to be more sore. Sorry, buddy. I can't believe you won that, you fucking dick. I don't know. Gotta go back to my body.
If we could expand our area all the way out here, the raiders don't have a chance.
I knew it. I knew he was stacked. I was like, he's stacked, isn't he? He was stacked. Fuck him. I knew you were stacked, you fucking dick. I need what do you have. I'm sorry. I should have popped. Ooh, look, he had a bunch of drugs, too. Yeah. Hells yeah. Purified water, aid, psycho, med-X. Yeah, let's put these on the bar, huh? I'll just put them on my bar. It's fine. Okay, we want psycho. We want psycho. Rad-X, med-X, purified water. That's a rebuff because of him. It's so annoying.
warp drive active. Docking request accepted.
Crash. Oh. $148 million off just what I got on the belt. 148. I can't believe that. Look how much money I just made. That makes that mobile tractor unit like that I lost last night, the 10 million I lost last night, seem like a piss in the fucking drop in the bucket. You know, it's like a piss like just piss that away. I'm making so much money now. Look at this. Oh my god. I'm gonna fill the miasma with this and go take it to market now. But I want to go just keep mining, frankly. Yep. Now the miasma's filled with 32 million. Oh, no, that wasn't right. Yeah, just fill the mining hold. What the hell? Yeah, there. Now the miasma's filled with 70 million worth. We have another 108 still sitting there. So I have 2 trips with the miasmos to make, but I mean, it would best suit me to, yeah, did the Fallout load? Yeah, it did. There we go. And now I've got to tell this to re... I don't know, I think this thing hangs and breaks now. It's kind of annoying. But it's a good program, you know? And task. And task. What was this command? It was like win shift right. Yeah? Yeah, can you do that? Oh, look, it does fix it. It fixes it. Oh, that was all I needed, I think. Okay. So, oh good, I didn't know it did that. I think I can even do that with New Worlds. I didn't know it did that. Okay, Dweller must die. Face off with deadlier enemies than ever before. Okay. Oh yeah, so now I have to handle my storage here. 65 out of 80 though. I did reduce quite a lot. So the gamma's got to go away. Pet food delta, I've got a lot of it. That I can keep, but the tears and the seals and the lens, the ice clusters and the black tiger fangs, and we're going to look through and see if we get a stack here. I thought I had enough black tiger fangs. I did. There's a stack. We'll sell that. There's really no point to having 2 stacks of seals in here, but yeah, I think we're good. I don't see stacks. So we're close to a stack of tiers, which is going to be good. That'll be 10 grand, something like that. And so, yeah, we're getting the money. We're getting the money. We're getting the XP. We're coming up in the world. We're winning. Girls are starting to notice us. We're drinking our milk, and we're going to fucking kick ass at the football game. And I'll see you this summer. This summer's going to rock. Yeah, so we go back out again.
Warp drive active.
I'm gonna see if I can land a party by not flagging. It's just telling him I only have white mage sub, you know. See if I pull a party, maybe. Oh right, I gotta make a sale. I forgot about that. I wish I could buy more tigers. I could. I have a little bit of money. I didn't check the D box while I was in there. Maybe I should check the D box now and make sure all the stuff looks good. Let's see. Yeah, all of that's at the right price, I think. Yeah. So. We are selling black tiger fangs. Hey, 10 grand! 10 grand! I did not know they were worth that much. Yeah. Look at that. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so, we are doing good. We're gonna do good here. Gonna get some food. No, wait, I can't afford it. Never mind, I'm totally broke, so...
Here to volunteer or just to escape for a while?
A little from A, a little for B.
Chop wood, chop wood, chop wood.
The refuge is holding up without me.
Excuse me.
Primary directive. All trees
brush up on my first day.
Oh, I wish I had money.
Just your friendly neighborhood quarter mistress.
Yeah.
Share what they've learned with the rest of us. Could benefit so many.
Now I know what the settlers are going through.
Rusted weapon loadout paints.
You know what we could use more of? Everything. When does the
Wow, she has good
caravan come
stuff.
again?
Wow, that's a level 20 though. Hey, what can I sell her? I can't sell her anything. Yeah, I'll take those, I guess.
Hey. How's that weather, huh?
I hope those raiders know that we mean them no harm.
$37 caps. It didn't get me anywhere. I need stims.
Hello. You.
It didn't get me anywhere. Fuck.
If
Oh,
you
well,
want a
that's
safe
okay.
haven, go to our headquarters in the refuge, in the old White Spring Resort.
Hello there, stranger. Where'd you come ambling in from? One of those vault dwellers, are you? I've heard tell of your kind.
Oops.
Hello there, stranger. Where'd you come ambling in from? One of those vault? Solved a lot of... You wouldn't have... Oh, excuse me. Name's Appalachian. I like... Now, there... You got... All that is... Why, that... Let's see what's going... We aren't the... We have some supplies. Do that for me? Thank you. Those materials should be around here somewhere. We're a bit disorganized. I know. I apologize for that.
Trees plus lumberjack protectron equals.
We got those bots up and running. Fixing this all by hand would be a nightmare.
Hey, I got a hunting rifle. Nice.
Why does everyone still squabble all the time? We have to come together to survive.
Sounds so fucking angry.
Now, which of those berries was edible again?
I love being out here in the wilderness. Makes me feel so alive.
Must chop.
How are you holding up?
Forever.
Must shot wood forever.
You're looking for provisions.
Remember, some of us still want what's best for Appalachia.
Just, standing here. Not fired. Yet.
Damn the Scorched! I can't bear to see another friend turn.
The refuge is holding up without me.
Oh, wow, I can make
wish that brotherhood
gunpowder
would share
already?
what they've learned with the rest
Wow.
of us. It could benefit so many.
Well, what do I need? It's like 10 million, I guess, yeah. I can just dump 10 million to everything. Nice, I leveled. I can make missiles. Bulk steel and wood.
Lumberjack protectron cuts down trees, but does not require lunch or lavatory facilities.
Now I know what the settlers are going through.
trees too. So
You're always welcome here.
Don't let the wasteland get to you.
stems.
Trees are the enemy. Must eliminate trees.
Trees.
Don't suppose you could set a broken leg? Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Take a break before heading back out into danger.
All wood must be chopped.
Weren't we supposed to get a Blue Ridge caravan route set up this way?
Lumberjack Protectron creates desirable wood products, but has no use for them.
Hope those raiders know we mean them no harm.
I'm exhausted, but the work never ends.
Weren't we supposed to get a Blue Ridge caravan route set up this way?
Wow, I did it perfectly. I didn't think I did, but I did. Somehow, by mistake.
Talk to Lane.
If you're looking for work, talk to Lane. He'll have something for you to do.
I bet you didn't know we stocked bloatfly larvae.
I can't
It's
sell
a
them
delicacy.
missiles. Oh.
To some.
Lumberjack Protectron works all night and also works all day.
Damn, you're scorched. I can't bear to see another friend turn.
Lumberjack Protectron works all night and also works
All day.
all day.
Goddamn shatter.
Let us know if you find someone in need out there.
Protect and serve.
Hey, someone else is playing. Cool.
Trees plus Lumberjack Protectron equals desirable wood product.
Now I know what the settlers are going through.
Lumberjack
June
Protectron
handles the supplies
cuts
for
down
her
trees,
provisions.
but does
We have
not
cells around here
require
somewhere.
lunch or laboratory facilities.
Glad we got those bots up and running. Fixing this all by hand would be a nightmare.
Care package looks good. All that's left to do is make the delivery.
Lumberjack Protectron does not want to lose. Lumberjack Protectron does not want to lose. Lumberjack job to key human labor. directive. All trees must become desirable wood products.
Is that everything? Yeah, I got room and everything. Got my ring done. Can equip it. Get an XP buff so these mobs pay better. Oh, Tenzin fight. Ugh. No one hurt me. It's so annoying. You got a bed around here? Oh, I dinged, didn't I? Yeah.
It's just about time to eat.
How's it going?
Oh,
Evening.
big old bowl of soup back to Big Ben.
Hey there. You're looking greener than bloatfly piss. Little lost, are you?
Sorry, no time to chat. Oh, nice. I just saw a lightning bug over there.
This place has a lot of potential. If those raiders come snooping around, you're gonna regret it.
Blue Ridge Bunkhouse. I've never been here before.
Hey there, traveler.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
Military board right there. I didn't know.
Sore all over. Building this place up is hard work. This place has a lot of potential. Oh, we really need to clean up around here. It's just about time to eat.
Focus automatic receiver. That's very good for this early. That's super good.
It's hard work making a living out here.
Oh, gonna get a big old bowl of soup back at Big Ben.
Something attacked me?
It's hard work making a living out here.
Why did a lost soul attack me?
If the scorched or the ferals don't get you.
Poison God. That's good for me, though. Okay. That's
Keep the line moving.
Got caught on a jut or something. Damn it. I have a lot of bobby pins.
Need some new clothes. I'm getting really muddy.
Okay, go. He really seems to want to poison me. Okay, keep going. I have no interest in you right now. I'm gonna get to the other
It's
zone.
just about time to eat. Sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
Clean up this, fix that. Never seems to end.
This is a better workout than trucking ever was.
Seen my tools. Oh, never mind. I just spotted them.
The scorch of the ferals don't get you. The rads will.
Gotta
You just
wait a
poisoned
whole
me.
nother hour
Okay.
For that food to reheat.
Ooh.
Keep the line moving.
Why is there like 20 people here?
It's hard work making a living out here.
Oh, gonna get a big old bowl of soup back at Big Ben.
It's just about time to eat. Clean up this. Fix that. Ugh, it never seems to end.
Oh, it's just about time to eat.
I'm sore all over. Building this place up is hard work. Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
That was good.
I'm getting so sick and tired
Damn
of
it.
those thorn bushes.
Can't break this bobby pin. No!
This is a better workout than trucking ever was.
Gotta wait a whole nother hour for that food to reheat. Oh, I'm sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
I know a guy who could fix that. Oh, nice. I just saw a lightning bug over there.
If the scorched or the ferals don't get you, the rats will.
Where's the next stop again?
Damn it, I don't have the nuclear material. Aww. Please tell me. Oh, I thought you said I got a receiver. I guess not. That was for pipe weapons. I got a receiver for pipe weapons. Is that right? So do I have to make one? I think I do.
Oh, gonna get a big old bowl of soup back at Big Man.
I can't make it. I don't have the screws.
I'm getting really
Thought I had a fuck ton of screws, but I guess not. Is there a vendor here?
sore all over. Building this place up is hard work.
What's that over there?
It's just about time to eat. Clean up this. Fix that. Ugh, it never seems to end. Clean up this. Fix that. Ugh, it never seems to end. Sorry, no time to chat.
Warp drive active.
If those raiders come snooping around, you're gonna regret it. I'm getting sick of potatoes. They're easy to grow, but how about a little variety? If the scorched or the ferals don't get you, the rats will.
The rats will. The rats will. The rats will. Like, I'm sorry, I might turn off the voices. You're pretty much annoying me. The voices are not, like... Yeah, like, the voices are not crucial to what I'm doing. I'm not gonna fucking include them anymore. I'm sick of your chatter. Damn it. Nice, Brahma milk. Helps with the rads. You can see her inanely chattering. What? Wow. Oh, okay, that was 3/4 of my bar. Works for me.
Docking request accepted.
Oh, I didn't buy sickles, did I? Oh, I forgot. I thought about it too, but I didn't buy them. Oh, damn it. I meant to. Oh, well. Can't see him. It's annoying. He's a legendary Scourge, I think, but he doesn't even have 1 star. Nice, he killed the elemental. Nice. I didn't have to fuck with him. Nice, and it's giving me credit towards boosts. I should run a booster. $150 atoms, not bad. Oh, I can only do that for my adventure character. I gotta remember I have 1,000 caps in there. It's a shame, legendary script, but yeah. Diamond Paint Circuit Breaker for the Fallout first, which is so annoying. They really want you to pay for it, but... Clip caps. Glowing fungus soup. Oh, I'll get something for that, yeah. It's much better without the chatter. I wish you could just separate it and turn the chatter off. This is the best this game has ever looked by far. It still looks crappy as hell, but I still like it. In the right light, those trees actually look really good to me. But in the wrong light, they look bad. Right now, they look really good. I think I'm supposed to... Well, I mean, I don't like pipe ball pistols, so I don't care about scrapping them. I'd rather sell them, yeah. Except I think I can make an automatic pipe pistol right now, which is better. I love this camp. This is my favorite camp so far. The desert was annoying. It was too competitive, but this place is open enough. It's not annoying. Fucking sleep, god. But I need gunsmith rank 1. Damn it. Okay. Oh, that guy's got a camp? Well, let's go to his camp. Oh, nice. I like his house. The hell was that? What? What the hell? I'm out. I'm out. Ah! Can't move. Nice. Oh, you have to go to adventure. That's okay. She's shooting at. That'd be fun. A nuke mine. What is a nuke mine? Myrrh frag grenade. Oh, cool. Those Nuka Quantums. I like those. Yeah. Recipe stim pack. Wow. My familiar pet died so quick. Oh. you. This mode is fun. It's actually genuinely fun. They're hard to they're hard to fight. They hurt you really bad, and you can't cheat or anything. It's not. It's an MMO, so it's actually hard. It's fun. You have to take it seriously.
Has increased.
I like how it's all dark and fucked up, like it's a zombie apocalypse. I actually do think that's kind of cool. It's permanently night. Actually, don't mind that, although it's kind of depressing a little bit. But the looting feels like it matters. I have 15 stim packs though. They're being generous with the heals, which is good. That's all I really need, you know. No, I can always buy them or whatever. Forceful grip. Short recon scope would be really good on this tactical pipe revolver, but I haven't, like, the levels are not coming.
Your skill has increased.
Shit, I'm alone? Yeah, I'm alone. Nice, I interrupted his cast. Spinning axe is, oh yeah, it's only a single hit, but... I can't wait for Rampage. That's when it starts getting really good, and that's soon, too. That's like 50... Should've got it. I think I get it now, like, or not now, but maybe 56, I think, next level. Shit, I should let the tiger do his damage. I could lose this fight. And I'm paralyzed. Got it. I get paralyzed so much that I should definitely make a macro for it. Oh, I have it. Oh, I have it already. I already did that. I didn't know. I didn't know I already did that, but yeah, Carolina, yeah. Good to know. Now I think I can win. The shadows don't matter. I should get rid of those, but the effects are good. Come on, gunsmith, please. Actually, wait. Ooh, first aid would be really good, actually, but... but I don't want to use pistols very long. There's still fiber optics and nuclear material. It'll be hard to come up with. Nice. It was gruesome, but I mean, I need their loot. Kill the bad eye.
Alrighty, right here on the map, I'm going to mark where we're headed towards, but that's not the first place we're going to run to. First place that we're going to run to is actually the way that you're going to get to this
Thank you, Anxiety Ranger. I've liked to sub to your channel.
area that I marked a hell of a lot easier. So let's cruise on down this way. I didn't want to cut anything out. I was just comb around the left side of this lake until you find a fence. Now once you find the fence over here, walk through it and walk straight until you come to a road. Now once you get to this road, walk straight across the road, kind of comb to the right a little bit, and start heading down this way until you see another little lake. Alright, now once you have your face to this lake here, right behind us where I was just looking is the route that we're going to take. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn around, walk up this little dirt road here, and take a left, and you're going to see this tree right here. That's a good marker for you. And right at the base of this tree is going to be the first rare spawn weapon you're going to find in the game. This will be...
No way, no shot. And I think I'm standing on it too. Okay, so make it big and do this again.
Kind of comb to the right a little bit, walk through it, and walk straight. Once you get here, you're going to comb around the left side of this lake until you find a fence. Now once you find the fence over here, walk through it.
Okay, out in the back of the Gilman mine, north of it is a lake, apparently. I don't remember this, but yes, there is. Okay.
You're the only one on the server here. I don't even know if this one's affected. Yeah, I figured as much. Like level 4, like, dude, this is like hardcore mode then for you.
Oh, it's level 10. Aw.
And walk straight until you come to a road. Now, once you get to this road, walk straight right here. That's a good marker for you. This will be the single action revolver, and it's got a slow reload time, but good God, as a beginning character, you could drop some shit quick. Alright, we appreciate y'all coming out. Have a good one.
Yeah, but it's level 10.
Oh, hi there. I didn't see you.
Rips you up.
I'm sorry. I'm all out of sushi.
Onimusha Samurai Survival Horror. Yeah, Onimusha. Oh no. That guy came in, talked to me, and left. It seems so weird. Well, I mean, what do they care if I'm level 4? I mean, what? It's not like it's hard. Go, Mort.